it's funny. I did my first movie in '92. And so this was the year I actually counted how long I've been in the business officially as a director. So that's 17 years. And I think for the first 10 years, I actually did consider myself an outsider. But actually, if you last this long and you're not just doing marginal work which could be great work, but you're not just doing marginal work for the people who like your stuff at film festivals, then I guess you actually kind of are on the inside. I remember even going to the governor's ball dinner and actually feeling like I was part of the room, that these are my people.
Set my people free.
I mean, I guess I'm the guy with the geographical situation of living in New Zealand, so I definitely feel like an outsider. I mean, truly, like in New Zealand, we don't film ourselves having breakfast. Just never happens.
I've done this every day, Mike.
Yeah, well, I can imagine. I'm sure you guys.
Set up a camera.
I'm sure you guys do this most times, but to me, this is an alien culture. Hollywood is the other side of the world, and it's another planet, for sure. I'm not really thinking about filmmaking as such. I'm thinking about a culture of kind of Hollywood and the business and what happens. I mean, we're so far removed from it down there, which I like. I mean, I'll be staying down there, having my breakfast in peace and quiet.
And after today, you're going straight back.
I'd like to answer his question for him, which is, you're an outsider by process, but you're an insider by the types of films that you make, because you love the big mainstream spectacle films.
Yeah.
And I think I'm probably the same in the sense that I like to make films for the mainstream, for the global audience. I'm not interested in making a film for film festival crowds. I'd just as soon not meet people and talk about the movie. And I don't mean that in some kind of, disdainful way. It's just the movie should be the movie, but I don't consider myself a Hollywood insider in the sense that, well, first of all, I didn't have an agent for 15 years, and don't have a manager, don't have a publicist, don't have any of that stuff. I like to just live quietly and stay out of the public view as much as possible. Don't go to parties, don't do lunches, don't do dinners. I just like to hang with the fam when I have free time. So I guess that's a outsider by process, insider by result, maybe.
I think of it kind of a community that's very porous. I don't look at it in a bifurcated way. I mean, I think it's really like there's a ton of mobility, and it's really all based on the content and idea. And if your, idea is strong enough, then you're embraced, and otherwise you're marginalized, I guess. I think it's really a sort of merit-based, very porous, elastic community. That's my opinion.
I somehow grew up inside without ever feeling inside, and by the time I was trying to be a director, I felt completely outside. I was told my entire life that nepotism was going to pave the way for my career, and no one wanted to make my first film. I had Thank You for Smoking written for 5-6 years. No one would finance it. Nepotism failed me, and my first film was financed by a San Francisco internet millionaire. One of the guys who created PayPal, and my entire career has been film festivals, and it was actually the independent directors. I remember lining up to see Pulp Fiction in Westwood, and it was directors like Quentin and reading Robert Rodriguez's book. I remember telling Kevin Smith, "You're one of the reasons I became a director," and Kevin said, "You were on the set of Ghostbusters. I'm the reason you became a director," and
that's the reason to not be a director.
So every time we use eBay and we use PayPal, are we still paying off your first film?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I'd like to thank you.
I'll do more of it. Good.
Those comic books you bought helped pay for Thank You for Smoking, so merci.
How about you, Lee?
I feel like an outsider, a little of an outsider. All my even the films I've produced have been done in Harlem. And, I only come here to cast. So I don't really, I've never felt embraced.
What about Precious, though?
It's really nice. Now I feel sort of embraced. I feel this weird sort of, am I part of? Oh my God, I guess I am. I don't know.
Oh, Lee, I embrace it. Yeah, seriously. Come here, kiddo.